What's going on, guys? Matt here, coming to you from Laidlaw's HD. Today we're going to be taking a close look at the differences, the pros, the cons, the price, everything in between on the black versus the chrome finishes. So it seems like lately Harley-Davidson has been offering more models in either a chrome or a black option. Just this year they started offering the Lowrider S in both a chrome and a black version. And you know, with the new redesign on the limiteds, the Road Glide Limited and the Street Glide Limited, you can get both of those in a black and chrome. And for several years now you've been able to get the Road Glide and the Street Glide in black and chrome as well. So a lot of times people just look at the black and the chrome as, okay, what do I like the look of the most? But there's more that goes into it. You're paying extra for black. Maintenance and care and things like that, there's a little bit more involved. So I'm going to jump into it. I'm going to show you most of these models, the black and the chrome, and I'm going to help you guys decide which of these two finishes is going to work out best for you. Alright guys, so I'm going to break this video down into 3 different categories, and these 3 categories are hopefully going to cover the major topics and frequently asked questions on the debate or conversation between chrome and black finishes. So the first one I'm going to cover is aesthetics and style, and I'm going to weigh in with my opinion as well. This is completely subjective, guys. I mean, style, your preference on how your bike looks is 100% on your taste and your preference. Number 2 category, I'm going to tie in with a frequently asked question, and that question is why does Harley-Davidson charge more for black? So I'm going to be covering the topic of cost or price to you, the end rider, and talking to you about why black costs more than chrome and a little bit of the history behind that as well, and that offering as it's kind of progressed in recent history. And then the third and final topic I'm going to cover is actually a popular one and one that I think needs to be taken into consideration more, and that is maintenance and durability of these two finishes. I think this one is going to be surprising to a lot of people. When people come in, they say, well, you know what, I'm just done polishing my chrome on my motorcycle. I want to go to something that's a little bit easier like black. And to be honest, guys, that's not always the case. I'm going to be going into that topic in more detail. So let's start off with what is arguably the most obvious piece of criteria in which you're going to make a decision, chrome versus black, and that is the overall looks and the style, whatever your taste is. And I think most people are on one side of the aisle. Either you love the chrome or you love the black. I think a lot of the old school guys equate chrome with a higher end, higher quality finish. I think another thing that a lot of people take into consideration, sometimes without even knowing it, is how the finishes on the engine affect the total style of the bike and what is appropriate for the style they're going for. So something that has a very nostalgic, classic look, like maybe like a Heritage or a Deluxe or something like that, you're going to want chrome on those bikes for the most part. And I know Harley-Davidson has dabbled with black on the Heritage, and it looks good too, don't get me wrong, but my personal preference is always going to be based on the bike and the overall style or look that I'm going for. So my personal preference on road glides and street glides, I really like the black a lot, but I would also take into account the paint. I think these white Onyx Pearl motorcycles with chrome looks really, really sharp. I like them with the black as well. I also think it's important to really look at all the different components that are blacked out or chromed out. You know, everything from the strut covers to the handlebars to the forks. When Harley-Davidson blacks out a bike, there's really a lot to it. And honestly, offering this option of either black or in chrome, it adds a lot of complexity to the manufacturing process. So I think it's really going above and beyond to hit the particular rider's taste and preference to offer these two engine trims. But at the end of the day, guys, it's a preference thing. I would just really urge you guys to look at what your total vision is for the bike. Does it match the style? Maybe the bike's going for a certain era. And if you're going to be doing additional parts or swapping out parts, always take into consideration how those are going to match up with the stock, either chrome or black OEM parts on the bike. The wheels, I will say, are like a contrast cut, so they're going to be the same on either trim of motorcycle. But it's interesting. It seems like like every year, there's always this idea that, oh, chrome is coming back, chrome is going to get trendy again. And I personally don't think chrome ever went out of style. I don't think chrome ever will go out of style, especially on a Harley-Davidson. But starting about 10 years ago when Harley-Davidson started offering black trim on road glides and street glides, it was kind of a novelty at the time. It was a fresh look, so I think a lot of guys were going to that to differentiate it. It looked a little bit more modern. A lot of guys were going for a more modern look on Harley-Davidsons at the time. I think a lot more guys are kind of going back to preferring a classic look on a lot of bikes now, not all bikes. And I think with the whole performance-driven era that has been ushered in the last decade or so, black is a little bit more of a performance look. And so on bikes like the Lowrider S and like the Road Glide ST, a lot of guys are preferring the black trim because a lot of guys are building out their bikes to be performance inspired, as I've covered before on this channel. So I think there's a lot of reasons why black has really been this emerging trend that I don't think is going away anytime soon. So the option of having black engine finishes on motorcycles isn't new. We had bikes like the Night Train in the early 2000s. We had the Crossbones. A lot of the Sportsters started getting blacked out. I've been talking about this for years now. The Iron 883, the 48, the list goes on and on. But it wasn't until about 5 or 6 years ago when Harley-Davidson started giving people the option on street glides and road glides to get the same model in either a chrome or a black finish. And you paid an upcharge for the black finish. Now, before that, the specials were available in black only. I bought one myself in 2018, a blacked out street glide. But I think when you had that option and you had to pay that extra charge for black, that's when people started asking the question, why does black cost more than chrome? If I had $1 for every time I've been asked this, right? As the saying goes. I remember I asked this question to the engineers at one of the dealer shows. I've had conversations with Harley-Davidson designers like Brad Richards, and I've asked that question, and here's what it comes down to, guys. The black from a quality control standpoint is a lot harder to do than chrome. So to create a black finish that can withstand the high heat application of being on an engine and stay looking nice for the long term is a difficult process to do. Chrome, although it's expensive to do chrome, and with all the chemicals that are left over after the process and all that stuff, chrome is getting more expensive. But Harley-Davidson benefits from years and economies of scale of doing chrome on their parts. And so they've been mass producing it for a long time, doing it for a long time. And chrome is more resilient. And so there's less like do-overs when they're manufacturing it. There's less blems. They don't have to send as many chrome parts back. There's less chrome parts that are warrantied. So, warranty claims go into how much parts cost as well. Now, I want to address the comment that I brought up earlier. A lot of times guys will be like, oh, I've owned the chrome bikes. I'm sick of polishing chrome. It's so hard to keep those things looking good. And guys, I would disagree with that comment. I think personally that chrome is a lot easier to take care of than the black. I've owned both. And here's the reason why. Chrome is going to stay looking better for longer. And it's for the reason that I just mentioned before. The chrome is just a lot more resilient. Let's face it, we're all going to take a rag to our bike at some point in time. And wiping that black, especially if it hasn't been, completely washed off with water, soap and water, wiping black paint with a little bit of dirt on it, even if you spray it, let's be honest, you're going to get those hairline scratches and the swirls and everything. And over time, you will get that swirly black gloss finish on your engine. Whereas the chrome is going to stay looking nicer. You're not going to get those swirls and everything on the chrome. Harley-Davidson has some of the best chrome in the business. They got some of the best black finishes on the motors in the business as well. They spent years and a lot of time perfecting the black coating on the engine trim. But there you have it, guys. It just costs more to do the black. And even though there's more and more motorcycles being produced with the black finishes, and so you could argue, okay, well, the economies of scale aren't necessarily in the favor of the chrome anymore. There still are more chrome parts being made than the black, and like I mentioned, more hiccups in the production process. And so when you're pumping these bikes off the production line, there's a higher likelihood you're going to have to replace one of these black parts than a chrome part. But my advice is, since you're spending good money on a Harley-Davidson, you might as well spend the extra money to get the black if that's your preference. You're talking about $1,400 to get the black engine trim on the touring chassis, the Grand American touring bikes. And you're talking about $1,150 to get it on the Lowrider ST. And $1,000 to get it on the Lowrider S. So we're talking about an extra 5% or so. I remember back when I bought my 2014 Street Glide, I blacked out the entire bike, if you guys remember that, those of you who have been following me for a long time. And tearing apart a bike and powder coating everything and putting it all back together with labor and everything, I mean, it's going to cost you $4,000 or $5,000 if you're paying someone else to do it for you. So the fact that we have this option on a lot of the different models now is pretty dang nice to get it from the factory, all warranty with their powder coating installed and done at the factory. It's a super nice option. So that's about it, guys. I think the main takeaways here are, number one, get the style that complements the overall look and aesthetic that you're going for on your motorcycle. When you look at your bike, do you fall in love with the black or do you fall in love with the chrome? And I know that's probably the most shallow advice, but sometimes when it comes to looks and finishes, it's a personal preference thing, and I think the personal preference trumps everything else. And the second thing that I think you should know and maybe take into consideration is over 5, 10, 15 years of owning your motorcycle and cleaning it and wiping it down and the wear and tear of mileage on the road, the chrome is more durable and it's going to stay looking the nicest for longer if you take care of it. I think one of the biggest things that I see people do is get their chrome dirty with road grime and everything and then don't wipe it down and it gets corroded and then the chrome gets pitted and everything. But if you keep it clean, wipe it down after a ride, don't let that road grime just sit on your bike. The chrome over a long period of time, if matched up with the same type of writing and cleaning as the black, I think the chrome is going to hold up a little bit better. But honestly, don't let that deter you from getting the black. My previous bike and my current bike have black engine trim and it looks great, holds up good. You just got to be careful about how you clean it. And I think that takes me to my third and final point, and that is, don't let the price determine what you get. You're spending a lot of money for an extra 5% more to get the finish that you really love. Getting the black, in my opinion, if that's the look you're going for, is definitely worth it. But if you don't care, maybe aesthetics is like the third or fourth most important thing to you, and you're gonna have just a real road warrior and cleaning it is gonna be back of mind for you, then maybe save a little bit of money, go with the chrome, get something real classic, and have a little bit more durable overall aesthetic to your motorcycle. Hopefully this cleared up a lot of the myths and frequently asked questions about the chrome versus black finishes. Let me know in the comment section below, what do you guys prefer? Thanks a lot for watching, guys. If you're looking for a new or pre-owned Harley-Davidson in Southern California, make sure you check us out here at Laidlaw's Harley-Davidson, where we have absolutely no added dealer markup, no added dealer fees, no setup, none of that BS. We'll see you guys in the next one. Later.